Hello, Billy Ray. How are you doing today?
Veena, I am pissed. Them damn Muslim cab drivers. The driver this morning couldn't understand me. I hate all those damn camel jockeys.
Well, first, you to realize that I am from India. The second thing is that the vast majority of cab drivers are Indian Sikhs, who are not Muslim at all. Billy Ray, I've seen the bumper stickers on your car. Is it fair to assume that you dislike Muslims? Why is that?
Well, Veena, all them Muslims are trying to make Sharia law the law of the land. They are trying to take over the whole world under an Islamo-fascist caliphate and religious dictatorship. We must stop them.
Billy Ray, you watch the Fox News channel far too often. Do you use computers?
Of course I do. Why do you ask, silly?
Well, if you use computers or any other electronic equipment, you ought to thank a Muslim. You know, there is a reason why they are called Arabic numbers. The concept of zero is an Arabic one. Without it, electronics would not exist.
Aren't you scared of Muslims taking over the world, Veena?
Billy Ray, there was Muslim civilization in India long before your ancestors crossed the Atlantic to come here. Have you ever heard of the Taj Mahal? That was a memorial and tomb for the favorite wife of a Muslim prince who built it in the 16th century. By the way, the Mughal Muslims who invaded India centuries ago were the original Aryans. The word Aryan happens to be Sanskrit, an Indo-European language.
But I thought that all Muslims were terrorists. Don't they all want to do jihad? Doesn't the Quran say to kill all unbelievers or infidels?
No, Billy Ray. You are taking the word of alleged authorities, rather than doing your own independent research. Have you ever read the Quran? Or do you take somebody's word for it? Did you know that I am a convert to Methodism, though I come from a Portuguese Indian Catholic background from the former colony of Goa? We have lived with both Hinduism and Islam in relative peace and harmony for hundreds of years. Some of the mullahs and fanatics attack each other, Shias attack Sunnis and vice versa, while militants from both groups attack Sufis. There have even been different groups of Christians who have made war on each other. So there is militancy and terrorism in every faith community. Do you understand how phrases like Campus Crusade for Christ sound to a non-Christian?
Well, I guess that means that you are a member of the Democrat Party.
Actually, the first thing is that the name of that party is Democratic, not Democrat. Secondly, I am a member of the Green Party of California. That is, if it is any of your business. I say that because my political affiliation is not really germane to the issue. After all, George W. Bush appealed in his 2000 campaign to Muslims to vote for him.
Oh, well, we all know that Bush was a tax and spend liberal. I guess that you want to coddle Muslim terrorists just like he did.
Actually, if liberals are tax and spend, why did Bush borrow and spend? Why don't you tell me who you voted for in 2000 and 2004? But I digress. If you will think back on the past, a right-wing nut named Timothy McVeigh bombed the Oklahoma City Federal Building. For the first few days, the media was saying that it was Muslims, but only retracted that when the evidence didn't go their way. You don't hear Muslims shouting about right-wing nuts or Christian terrorists now, do you? Why do you try to link the words Muslim and terrorist in that way? That really doesn't sound legitimate now, does it?
After all, this is a Christian nation, and the Constitution only applies to Christians. Islam is not a real religion, so it doesn't have the right to constitutional protection. It's just a form of pagan worship of the moon god.
Excuse me? Just what planet do you live on? I guess that you have never heard of the Sufis. They are the mystical branch of Islam. They worship the one true God with music, poetry, song and dance. They also think the mullahs are ignorant. No Muslim would ever pledge allegiance to Satan. I remember many evangelical Protestants say, Christianity isn't a religion, it's a relationship. If that is true, then I guess that Christianity doesn't qualify for constitutional protection either, now does it? While we are on the subject of alleged illegitimate religions, why don't we talk about the alleged Church of Scientology?
Oh, my head hurts. Don't confuse me with facts. I've already made up my mind. After all, who should I trust more? Someone I've worked with for 3 years, or Sean Hannity, who I have never met?
Looks like it is useless to have a reasonable discussion with you. Bye-bye and have a nice day.